And good morning and good afternoon or good evening wherever you are watching this video today. This is the start of a new adventure after 4 years living in Italy. We've lived in the village, but today we decided, because we are from Australia, that it was time to get our own space back, because we were so used to having area for the land and the animals. And so we've decided, we bought this beautiful big place just located in Abruzzo. We have a beautiful olive tree here in the corner that's going to be cleaned up. And so let's go through the gates now. They're going to be all new gates. There's going to be a whole refurnishment. It's going to be exciting, and we're going to do it on a shoestring budget. Now, coming here first on the right, we have two little outbuildings. Look, they need to be repaired. This is great for storage. You couldn't put a car in here because the roof needs to be fixed on both of them. This little shed is quite a big one. It needs a concrete floor put in it, and we need to refurnish the roof on this, which we'll get straight to, so that we can start storing stuff like bathroom items. But look at the space in here. That's really good. Over here we have an overgrown walnut tree, but it's producing a lot of fruit, but it needs to be trimmed back. Here is a little orchard area. Once this gets trimmed up, we're going to put some oranges, mandarins, lemons. Over here to the right at the back here, we have a beautiful, well, I love my chickens, and I've got gallinis because I love getting the eggs. So there's a nice little spot that needs to be redone, and that's a good spot there for the chickens. I actually have 11 chickens, by the way, which I'm going to be bringing here. This all needs to be motor zapped again, cleaned up, ready so we can start cultivating our vegetables. As we come along here past the property, we come up into the corner along the side of the property. You've got all the water tanks that were left here that they used to use when they used to cultivate their vegetables, which we will too, because I like to grow vegetables, and my wife, she likes to renovate. So either way, we both got best of both worlds. There's a nice little spot there, which I'm going to put a greenery in there, a greenhouse, so I can start to do that. Over here, there's another little concrete pad to the right of the tool shed. That's a little house, number one. I think he had rabbits in there. As we come around, you can see the side of the house here. It just needs a bit of love. It was built in 1967. Here's a beautiful little area for the timber, for the leña, which we'll store. We're going to take down that side bit, which is all rotten, and just make it full leña. And that'd be good, because instead of buying it by the pallet in Elite, you know, we can actually get it delivered and dropped by a tip truck. And as you can see, all it needs is a great tidy up, a snip, motor zap, and away we go. So as we come along the back of the property, you can see, if you listen quietly, you can't hear anyone. It's so quiet down here. It's beautiful, nice, tranquil. Living in the village, you can always hear people talking and stuff, which is really good. But sometimes, you know, we like to have a bit of quietness. And we come around the outside of the house to another little area where we're going to be growing more vegetables. And I did know that the bloke did grow all his onions in this area here for the whole year. There's a big overgrown bay leaf, but it needs to be trimmed. So as you can see, as we go around the property, you can see that it needs a good paint. It needs some stuff done. It needs new mosquito nets. And as you can see, it's just been tied up by some wire. So we need to give that a trim so we can regrow. We're still waiting on the owners to get rid of the old barbecue, the awning, and little pieces, bits and pieces. But this area here is going to be designed into a beautiful garden area with a swimming pool. But that's a later thing to talk in another video. So as you come along, you can see the front of the house. We have a garage which can accommodate 2 cars. It's 2 levels. So it's piano terra, which is the ground floor, and the first floor, and then there's attic on each side, which has adequate storage. The little white garage, when we go inside, and I'll show you, that's like a storage room, which we're going to turn into like a butler's pantry, because, you know, we live a fair bit from the supermarket, so you need to stock up on your groceries. So as you come inside the house, here is a little area where they used to dry out their vegetables. But we're going to turn that into a flush, a laundry and a toilet, because on the first floor, ground floor, there's no actual toilet. So we've got the plumber coming tomorrow and he's going to have a look to see what we can do. Everything's been plumbed in preparation. There's a nice big window here for the kitchen, but we're going to change all that, and we'll talk about these in our upcoming videos. Over here, as you can see, there's another big window. This is the living room. We'll go in. That's the butler's pantry to be storage, and in here we'll finish it off later through the Mr. Ed door. We have the double garage. Okay, so let's head inside the house now. As you can see, we'll just give you see the space. See how quiet it is too. As you come through the door, we're going to restore all these doors. There's the staircase as you come in. As we come in here, this is the first room on the left. So we're going to take that boiler and we're going to put that outside so we can create more space in this room. We're going to turn this from a kitchen into a lounge room. Most important is the air conditioning, because it does get hot here in summer. All new doors. The doors are very old, they're flimsy. As we come through here, we're coming into this beautiful spacious area here. Beautiful. The walls are in good state. This is the butler's pantry, which we're going to, so we can store all the tomatoes and space, and it's got all the plumbing in here if we wanted to put a sink. And it just comes straight out to the front of the property. We'll brick that in and just use this door to the right here. Okay, so that's that part. Downstairs there's 2 rooms, butler's pantry and a garage. Now guys, don't forget, if you like these videos of Casa Iezzi, like, subscribe and share with your friends. And every Sunday we'll put up a video of everything that's going on. Now under the staircase is an interesting little room here, which they used to use to store the bins. So we've got to work on that. It goes right under the stairs and around. Okay. So as we come up the staircase, the stairs are beautifully evenly spaced. As you come up to the first floor, there's a lot of sunlight that comes in here, as you can see from these big windows in the staircase. We come into the matrimonial room here. Quite spacious. Let's open up one of these shutters and we've got a beautiful view of an olive grove across the road. And then up on the top of the hill is Fuji. But it's beautiful. And then in other videos we're going to start talking about what we're planning to do, what we're doing, when we're starting. At the moment it's just getting quotes from all the electrician, the plumber. This is the other room here. Yet again, that's quite spacious too. And as you can see, that's a nice long corridor there. Okay. Then we're going to head out through these doors here to the left. And that brings us into the bathroom area. And then again, we've got a beautiful view out of this Juliet balcony. A nice bridge and the hills. On top of that hill is a beautiful, it's like an agritourism. Coming in here to the bathroom, which is going to be made bigger and extended. But there we go. Right. So as we come along this balcony here, we get a beautiful view. See how big the property is and how quiet it is. It's a very quiet little part of Abruzzo here in the Abbruzzese hills, sort of near the border. As you can see, there's a nice big window here that goes into that other bedroom. And in here, it's like an independent little room that's off the balcony. You come in here. It's like a little independent apartment, really. That's quite spacious. That's perfect. It's got heating, gas methane heating. The bathroom is ready to go to be plumbed. The plumbing is all ready. Just needs to be tiled and fitted out. Either way you want the shower here or shower there. That's all in preparation. As we come out here, we go out on top of the garage, which is another great little space. It's very hot in here, needs windows in here. A great little spot. Right, that's the second floor, which is the first floor. Sorry, the first floor. Bear with me, as we go along. Don't forget, share, like, subscribe. With all your friends, Casa Iezzi, located in the Abbruzzese hills. As we keep going up this staircase, we're going to get to the attic space. I'm not going to open them up because it's a bit of work because they've been closed up because of the air. But as you can see, you get to the top of the stairs. There we go. Look at that beautiful view out this window. I love this Juliet balcony. And as I leave you there, that's today's video. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I hope you join us on this adventure at Casa Iezzi. And we look forward to going through all the renovations and the designs and everything. And like, subscribe and share it for your friends. And we'll see you next Sunday.